Now, aloha! It's Friday. This is Jamie from Jamie Barber Homes. We're back. For the last few weeks, actually, it's probably been over a month. We haven't been doing the Aloha Friday. We actually were moving offices, and they were building out offices. So it took them. They ran a little long. So we were homeless for a while, but now we're back in these new digs, and everyone's been moving in, and so it feels pretty good. So now we're going to be back to our normal schedule on Fridays, and there may be some surprise. We may have some posts in between. So what's happened since we now last talked? Well, let's look at what the economy has done since we last talked. The market volatility that was seen in May surprisingly saw the closely watched 10-year yield decline. The S&P 500 stock index ended unchanged, while mortgage bonds saw slight gains. Even the 30-year fixed-rate mortgages declined from the highs seen in mid-May. And let's look at the job market while we're looking at economy. Currently, there are 11.4 million jobs available, with 6.5 million unemployed. Huh. Weekly initial jobless claims are at lows that haven't been seen since 1970. The tech sector heavily laid off workers in May. Talk about an upside down jobs market. We've got more jobs available than there are people unemployed. So, what's really on the radar will be the mid-June Federal Open Market Committee meeting scheduled for the 14th and 15th. What the Fed says about the job market inflation is a dual mandate. That's what is dual mandate will be key for investors that are looking ahead. In addition, the Fed's balance sheet will be discussed at the meeting as the central bank begins to pare down its massive, near $9 trillion balance sheet. Now, home borrowing costs may have topped out in the short term, and if the economy slows further, we may not see higher rates in the near future. Now, I don't think the economy has slowed that much. Matter of fact, I think we're still seeing some pretty big inflationary numbers. So I think that with what the Fed's going to have to do, those rates aren't going to stay this low. They're probably going to start kicking up a little bit, but it really depends on what happens with the Fed. Bottom line, for those in the market to purchase a home, now is a great time. Rates have improved slightly, but any improvement from here may be modest as the inflation remains very high, and it may not be improvement at all. Those interest rates may start coming up. Okay? So now let's look. I wanted to look also at, I've lost I had a whole thing that we were supposed to discuss on what pre-approval and why pre-approval is good. And so it seems I've had a little bit of a computer glitch, and that has gone away. So let's see if I can find it. Okay, I think I found what I wrote. So let's talk about pre-approvals. Now let's get into real estate. So let's say you're looking for a house. Congratulations. You've taken a big step and decided to start shopping for a new home. Now, it's exciting and it's scary and competitive process. So it's important you set yourself apart from others in this highly competitive home buying market. One way you can do that is to get pre-approved for a mortgage. Obtaining pre-approval means you have proof that a lender is willing to provide you a specific maximum mortgage amount and at a stated interest rate. Getting pre-approval gives you an estimate of how much money you could borrow, so you'll know what type of house you can afford. It also shows sellers how creditworthy you are. It can also make you more appealing compared to the other potential buyers. It's best to seek pre-approval from several lenders to make sure you're receiving the best rates. You'll need to supply your social security number so that the lender can do a credit check. Other pieces of information you'll need to provide include a list of assets, liabilities, document of your job history, income tax returns. After reviewing your application, the lender will offer pre-approval and grant pre-approval with certain conditions, or deny the pre-approval. No, we don't like that. Once you're pre-approved, you receive a document or a letter that states how much money the lender will let you borrow to pay for the home. This letter specifies that as long as the home meets certain criteria, your financial situation doesn't change drastically while you're searching for a home, the lender agrees to give you that loan. These letters are typically valid for about 60 to 90 days, enough time for us to get a home and get us into escrow. And seeking pre-approval can put you in a stronger position to purchase a home. Now, if you need more information about pre-approvals or want to get started on this process, reach out to me. And you can get a hold of me at jamie@jamiebarberhomes.com. That's my email address, where I'm happy to answer any of your questions or help you through this real estate process. If you want to buy, if you want to sell, still a good time to sell, and it's still a great time to buy. Houses are staying on the market a little longer. We're not having the crazy overbidding, so it's a good time. All right. Well, it's Friday, and I didn't want to take up too much of your time, so I just want you to know, aloha! It's Aloha Friday. No work till Monday. Unless you're a real estate agent, or you work in the restaurant business, or you're just in hospitality or sales, then you got to work all the time. But this is Jamie Barber from Jamie Barber Homes saying, have a great weekend. I'll see you next week. And again, email me, jamie@jamiebarberhomes.com if you've got any questions. Aloha and goodbye.